Community Connection on KGNB, brought to you by Waters International Realty.
My name is Paige Green. We are here with Heather Harrison from Hope Hospice for today's Community Connection. Heather, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Paige. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. So tell me a little bit about what Hope Hospice has coming up.
Well, we are always looking for new ways to serve our community at Hope Hospice. And we actually started this during the COVID era. So we're really looking forward to being able to reach out to more people in our community this year. So in the middle of April is National Healthcare Decisions Day, April 16th. What we've done is we've put together an event, if you will, a free event to the public called Getting Your Ducks in a Row, where we come and equip you with knowledge about the different advance directives that you should have in place or that your family should have in place. And we actually we have notaries and other people to give some guidance so that you can walk away that day with your ducks in a row. Now, what that looks like is advance directives. There's several different types of forms. And at this free public event, come and go, we will explain all of those different forms and what they mean and where you would need to keep them and that kind of thing, how to fill them out without it being legal advice. We were still providing that guidance. But things like power of attorney, durable and medical, and then out-of-hospital DNR. The very best times to make the decisions on how your advance directives are structured is not when you need it. Really, it's all about having those things in place long before you actually will need it, so that when you're there, there's not any additional trauma or emotion or anything if you're in the hospital or some other situation. So our goal is to help everyone get their ducks in a row well in advance, so that whenever you do face those difficult times or those obstacles, then you and your family will have the gift of knowing what your wishes are, how you want, who you want to be in charge to make decisions for you if for some reason you're not able to, and that way you're able to give them that peace and that gift.
Where is this event? You said it's come and go and free. Where is it, and can people also, is there a volunteering side of going and helping for this event?
That's a great question about volunteering. If anyone is a notary or has experience, legal or social work or any kind of experience, we would love to visit with you and have you be a part of this community outreach. The event, there's two events coming up. The first one in New Braunfels is at McKenna Event Center on Thursday, April 13th, and that's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's another one out in Bulverde at the Bulverde Spring Branch Activity Center on Thursday, April 20th, and that's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Is there a specific website or place people can go to find this information?
Absolutely. On top of the information about the events on our social media outlets on Facebook, we also have a tab on hopehospice.net. Under the resources link, it says, how do I plan for the future? And you can actually find all the forms that you need, same forms that we'll have at these free come and go events. But the great part of it is that we'll have notaries and other people to answer questions and give guidance at the come and go events. So under resources, how do I plan for the future? We actually have fillable forms right there for the community to use for free.
And you did mention you'll have staff members there to help walk people through these forms and filling them out for the future needs.
Absolutely. One of the things that we already offer for our patients and families when they come on to hospice or palliative care services is assistance. If people's ducks aren't in a row, let's say. So if people don't have all the documents that they need lined up, all these advance directives, we have social workers who sit with families and help them complete these necessary forms, again, if they're not already complete. So we have a team here who is discussing just other things that we could do, right, to help our community. And I said, well, if we're already doing this when people come to see us for hospice care, couldn't we help them way before? It's the same thing. It's just in advance, so that when they get to that point in life, perhaps, that difficult journey of hospice and end of life, perhaps they can already have those things taken care of, so that it makes it even easier. Because our goal at Hope Hospice is for that end of life period when you are with hospice, that it isn't difficult, that it's peaceful, that you have the compassionate care on all sides, and it's full of love and quality of life. This way, getting this paperwork done ahead of time, you don't have to worry about it whenever the need arises.
So when people go to get their ducks in a row, what do they need to bring or what should they expect?
Great question. So what they should expect is to be welcomed and for their needs to be met wherever they are. So if they want to talk through situations and say this is what I have facing me, or this is a consideration I have, we'll listen. We'll just listen and provide input that we can and resources that we think might help. Specific to the forms, they can expect education on this is what this form means, or this is how this form is used, or this is when this form is used. And so there's a lot of barriers to understanding about, and even some fear about end-of-life planning. And we want to remove all of that. So people can expect to have a burden lifted and with additional knowledge. And they can also expect when they walk away, if they so choose, to have completed paperwork. We will provide all the papers and the pens and the notary stamps and the free advice, not binding legal advice, of course, but we will provide all of that, all that anyone needs to bring. If they want something notarized, they just need to have their photo ID.
And just in case people don't know about Hope Hospice, can you tell us a little bit about what this organization does?
Absolutely. Since 1984, Hope Hospice, when then founded by a group of concerned citizens and volunteers wanting to provide better end-of-life solutions for our community, we have been committed to the highest quality of service and care at end of life. We've expanded since 1984 to include palliative care in addition to hospice care, as well as grief counseling services through the Hampel Weast Grief and Hope Center. So not only are we caring for people at end of life and thus their families as well, we also continue to take care of families well beyond the person's passing, but we also open up that grief counseling to the entire community, no matter if they used Hope Hospice's hospice services.
And again, what was those websites, social links for people to find any information about Hope Hospice in general, but also getting your ducks in a row?
The Hope Hospice website is www.hopehospice.net. And to provide more or to find more information about these advanced directive forms, you can go to the resources tab and then select how do I plan for the future. You can also visit us on Facebook. Our page is Hope Hospice. The tag is Hope Hospice NB. So you can find us there, more information about the event on April 13th at McKenna Event Center and April 20th at the Bulverde Spring Branch Activity Center. You can find that on our Facebook, and we really hope to see y'all there. If you ever have any questions or can't make those days and still want some help, give us a call anytime, 830-625-7525.
Heather, is there anything else you would like to add?
I would actually. I would like to add that a lot of people think that they don't need this kind of thing. They don't need to have this paperwork filed or that paperwork filed because they think they have so much time. And I hope that everyone does. However, we aren't in full control of when our illness or end of life experience may come. And so it's a gift to your family if you can have things taken care of long before the need. And I've seen it in my own family. I've seen it in my friends, my coworkers, all of my community circles. When people don't have their ducks in a row, how much more difficult that is. So I just urge New Braunfels and the listening area, I just urge you to definitely take advantage of the resource that Hope Hospice is providing to you. But if we can't help, please go see somebody, use the resources on our website, go see your attorney, whatever you need just to get this paperwork done and take the burden off of your family and help them be able to focus on providing love and support for you instead of struggling with not knowing what you want when you can't make that decision yourself.
Heather Harrison for Hope Hospice, thank you so much for everything you and Hope Hospice does for our community. Again, that was hopehospice.net for the website. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you, Paige. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.